This team has dealt with adversity like no team we've ever been here has dealt with adversity.
Well, we were just trying to regroup from all our players lost last year.
We lost about 26 seniors last year, so, got to rebuild.
Yeah, a lot of the players left last year.
The difference between the team that we have now and last year is we have more younger people.
So we pretty much had to start over, but we had a good team, good athletic kids on the team.
This year we were looking for playoffs.
We want to win districts again.
The season started off at Glades Day with some wacky weather.
Rain.
The torrential downpour we had,
The worst. Half of the lights were off. The field, it was raining.
The field itself was like a sponge.
Real muddy, very bad conditions, could barely move your feet.
It was very hard to run and cut.
It wasn't ideal conditions that you would expect to play in, but we had our chances in the game and we didn't take advantage of it.
It was a close game, and we just didn't have that extra, thing that we needed in the fourth quarter.
$7-0, tough loss. I think it was just showing our inexperience together, how this group hasn't worked together.
I guess we weren't a team yet.
We had a lot of young guys, and they had a lot of growing up to do.
They didn't know how big the Dwyer game was.
They just totally went to town on us right from the start of the game.
Yeah, they gave us a whooping.
It was real bad.
They just manhandled us. They found out our weakness and just took advantage of it.
That was the main thing we were missing that game, execution.
Too many mistakes.
It wasn't like how, we play football.
They had this one interception returned for a touchdown. I know they was coming back for us for payback after what happened last year and everything.
They showed us you have to play as a team to win.
Our kids started coming back in the second half. They started playing tough in the second half.
All our seniors, including Ernest Ferguson and Randy Richards, they all came up leadership-wise.
We came out in the second half and we showed them that we could execute, and when we do execute, we're pretty dominant.
showed something in the second half that most teams at that point in time would just not be able to come back with.
I guess you could say those first 2 games still was a learning process.
We had to come together as a team and do what we had to do to win games.
Everyone was just, after the Dwyer game, everyone was like, damn, they didn't like that feeling and stuff, and they started to realize, this is for real, this ain't playing around.
It made us realize that we're not the best as of yet. We still have some work to do. We knew we had to do something for the next week.
And we got to just step up our game and practice and everything.
You got to refocus and zero in again.
No, we was ready to turn it around. We was ready to get to work, right to work, and whatever we had to work on, we was ready to improve.
We kind of just used Dwyer as a building block.
Because we lost again, that set, excuse my language, fire under our ass to get going.
In the newspaper saying someone's going to beat us, Royal Palm isn't what it used to be.
Knowing that's another rival team on the west side of us, just had to give them the business.
In Center Ridge, we knocked them out of the water.
I mean, we had 2 or 3 big hits.
That did set the tone.
When our running back, Giovanni Green, he bust out a long run.
And we beat them running, passing. We executed that game.
We definitely were spreading people around, opening things up.
We basically did what our team is capable of doing.
Everybody from the second string to the first string, everybody played good that game. We had to beat them. Keep the ugly trophy.
Trophy is this ugly looking thing. Has a Wildcat head on the bottom and an Eagle's head. Whichever team wins, they get to sit their head on top of the other.
And that trophy, the ugly hawk, Wildcat, whatever, was ours.
It was nice to come out and get them a victory.
Those first 2 games were just a fluke. We're just going to continue just overpower the other teams.
Boynton Beach game, we had a lot of passing yards, over 250. Snyder, he caught a hitch and they played him back and he made some moves and straight up the field.
And then the Wellington game.
That wasn't even a game. We beat them pretty bad. Started getting boring. It's like you're doing the same thing over and over. So
Our offense was coming together, our defense was coming together. And we came back and we won a couple games. I felt like we were on a roll.
West Boca, man, just dominated. You know, we first home game, home crowd, hearing them cheer.
That was a big thing for us, was come home wearing the black jerseys again. That was fun.
I think they were ranked at the time. I think they were 9, 7, something like that. And it was good to test our legs against a high-quality opponent.
That game was like, there was a lot of people there, you know, a lot of people watching us.
And we made a couple big plays.
Defensively, we did a great job on that game.
I think we held them to about 75 yards total.
It was a thriller because it went down to the final seconds, but our defense, we stood up.
Like, the defense really helped us that game, breakout game.
I mean, our defense, we have a lot of people that can just run around, make plays, you know, get the ball when they needed to, force fumbles, and we got people who take people's heads off, you know?
Our defense is pretty, it's like top in the county. Like, we have good players, skilled players.
It's a very aggressive, hard-hitting, chasing defense.
They're fast, they're fierce, they're strong.
Or hard hitting and running to the ball fast.
Everybody gets to the ball. That's our main defense.
We play strong, we play fast, we play angry.
We're a pack of wild dogs that only need to be let off the chain.
If they don't score, then they don't win.
Lake Worth going to be our biggest challenge in the district this year.
It was a game that if we won, we were it.
That game there was another bad condition game.
It's horrible, horrible weather.
Water and a muddy environment, you know, it's kind of difficult to play upon.
That sort of gave them energy?
We gotta strap on our helmet. It's game time. It's time to play.
Just back and forth, back and forth.
We messed up on the special teams, like extra points. That's where we lost at.
Our field goal team, we could, barely get the field goals off, and it was like 1 or 2 field goals that we could have had that, could have given us the game.
It was 14-19 was the score at one point in time, and we thought that maybe we could still win with the score 14-19. They scored once, 20-19, and from there we weren't able to come back. So.
That game, that was a tough game.
We were looking, oh man, there goes our district hopes.
We had to go out, we had to beat Park Vista, and then hope that Lake Worth would have beat Park Vista.
Park Vista, simple was do or die. If we lose that game, we are out of the district running.
They came in, high rolling.
They were undefeated.
The pressure was way up there to win that game.
We knew that we had to beat Park Vista to win second place.
And our kids just came out and played on fire the entire night.
We went out there with the mindset of we have to control this game. Defense has to control this game, and we have to stop them from scoring.
Game, man, just hit them. Hit them as hard as you can.
They figured, it's just Royal Palm. They lost their players from last year, so it should be a win. And we just went over there and beat them.
We were able to put them away at the end with a couple interceptions and one taken back for a touchdown.
They're a very tough team too, though. That was a very big district win.
That was our statement-setting game.
We were able to win a game in which a lot of the people in the district thought that we were going to lose.
Now all we was hoping for is the shootout. That was all we was praying for, so we could get to the shootout and have a chance to go to the playoffs.
We're pretty much tied, 3-way tie with Park Vista Lake Worth. We would play Lake Worth.
If you're a winner, you go home.
And all of us, we didn't want to go home.
Or when we lost them the first time, that was in their house, real bad conditions, and, they barely got away with that.
The thought of revenge was right there. We wanted to get him back. But Star Jackson and his offense just came out clicking.
We scored first.
Well, Latron intercepted the ball, running back for a touchdown.
With the interception return, a lot of the people thought, okay, 1 quarter interception return. A lot of the people, thought, okay, the game is over. It's going to be 7-0.
We only play in 1 quarter, so we thinking, that's a wrap because our defense is playing really good.
Offense had a tough time getting going.
We were punting in about our 10-yard line.
And it was a critical decision between kicking the ball and trying to let them score again or taking the safety.
Coach said to do a safety.
The thinking was to put the ball in the defense's hands and make them drive the distance of the field. We took the safety, gave them the 2 points, and kicked off to them. I think we pinned them back down under 30, and they had 70 yards to go, and they went 70 yards.
They came back and scored.
They came back and challenged us and made a couple of plays of their own, and we weren't able to match it.
That was a very strenuous game, especially having a game on Friday and then playing again on Monday.
We didn't have time to build up momentum like sometimes we do.
You know, we've always been a second-half team. You know, it takes us a little while to get the motor running, and we just, you know, couldn't get ourselves cranked out that night.
And just to see us lose and not even be able to make the playoffs, it hurt me like really bad.
Devastating. Everyone was just heartbroken. I mean, tears was rolling down people's faces.
It was probably the worst feeling I've ever felt.
I was very upset, you know, very, very upset.
I believe the season as a whole was a success.
Yeah, I'm proud. You know, we came together. We defeated the odds. People didn't think we were going to be able to do anything, but we still proved them wrong.
There were mistakes, there were fumbles, there were screw-ups along the way, but it was basically a growing process.
We beat Park Vista. I mean, they went deep in the playoffs, and we kept right up there with Lake Worth. We could have beat Lake Worth. I mean, we could have beat Garden. There's just so much stuff that, you know, the team could have done, but it didn't exactly work out that way.
We came in and fought together as a team, and we came back to at least have a winning season.
We knew we had it in us. We knew that we had all the players, the coaches, they knew what they were doing. We knew we had all the tools that we needed.
I've never been more prouder than the way these guys played all year. And they could have threw in the towel a couple times during the season, and they didn't.
We stuck together. We fought through it.
We have a lot of heart, and all the young kids stepped it up, and I give them credit for that. And next year, they should be doing pretty good.